Hi there, my little reading buddies. How are you today? This is your own Gomati auntie. Welcome to another episode of the Ummachi series. Today is Ganesh Chaturthi. Yeah, the birthday of Lord Ganesha. So, I'm here to share with you a few stories about Lord Ganesha. Shall we jump on to today's episode? Let's jump right on. Okay, so Lord Ganesha has multiple names, right? Ganesha, Ganapati, Vinayaka, Vigna Vinayaka, Pillayar. So there are many names that Lord Ganesha has. And who are the parents of Lord Ganesha? Any guesses? That's right. Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, right? And did you all know that Ganesha also had a little brother? Yes, Lord Muruga or Kartikeya is the younger little brother of Lord Ganesha. Now, one day, Narada Muni, right? Narayana. Narada always comes with this, chanting of Narayana whenever he visits, anywhere. So, one day he visited Kailasha, the abode of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. And he came with a fruit in his hand. And it was supposed to be a fruit that will give you a lot of knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so he came and offered it to Lord Shiva. Parents, what do? They wanted the best for their children. So, Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, without any hesitation, said, "Alright, we have two sons. Let us split this fruit and give it to Ganesha and Kartikeya." "Oh, no, Mata, we cannot split the fruit. It has to be eaten and wholesome," said Narada Muni. "We have a problem now. Uh-oh. There is only one fruit, but we have two sons." Well, Narada also came up with a solution for this. He said, "Let us conduct a competition. Whoever wins the competition takes this fruit as a trophy." "Well, what competition?" asked everyone. "Well, the one who goes around the world 3 times will be pronounced the winner, and who does that first will take this fruit," said Narada. And everybody agreed. Now, Mushika, which is a mouse, is the vehicle or the vahana for Lord Ganesha, and peacock was the vahana for Kartikeya. Birds fly faster. So, Kartikeya took off in a minute and he said, "I will come back in a few minutes and I will win this fruit." "Ganesha, Swami, what do we do?" cried Mushika. However, Ganesha had no fears. He directly walked up to his parents, Lord Ganesha and Parvati, and he bowed in front of them and he went around them 3 times and he said, "Well, my lord, I think I won the competition." Narada was perplexed and so were the others around. "How do you think you won the competition, Ganesha?" asked Narada. And to which Ganesha said, "Well, my parents are the universe and I have come around them, and symbolically I have come around the universe." Which was a very wise thing and a very clever explanation given by Ganesha. Everybody agreed to this and Ganesha was declared the winner. Now, Kartikeya finished his rounds and he came down and he saw that Ganesha was holding the fruit in his hand. He was not clear on what happened. So he went and asked, brother, how did you win the fruit? And he said, he narrated what has happened. Kartikeya wanted to test his brother if indeed he actually saw the universe. So he asked, well, brother, tell me, what all did you see on your way? And Ganesha said, well, I saw very, very huge mountains, and I saw river Ganges, the biggest river, and I saw a crescent moon. You see, Lord Shiva has the crescent moon and Ganges flowing from his head, right? So he said, that's all I saw. Kartikeya agreed, you are right, brother. And he said, well, congratulations. And you see, that's how Ganesha, with his wisdom, won that competition. Ganesha is, considered as Lord of knowledge and wisdom. Now, there is another story, number 2, that I wanted to tell you. You know Mahabharata, the greatest epic of the Hindu mythology? Well, Vedavyasa was living during that time. He is a very learned sage, and he he witnessed Mahabharata all by himself from his own eyes, and he wanted to write down Mahabharata for the future generations, for you and me to know about it. However, there was a problem. Well, Vedavyasa was a very, very old man. For him to write the entire Mahabharata was a Herculean task for him. He thought he wouldn't be able to do it. So he prayed to Lord Brahma and asked him how he could accomplish this task. Brahma appeared in front of him and he said, well, go and visit Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati and you will find a solution. Vedavyasa also took Brahma's words and he went to Kailasha to see Lord Shiva and Parvati. And he explained his problem. And immediately Lord Shiva said, oh, Bal Ganesha, Ganesha is there, little Ganesha, you could take him as a scribe. Ganesha was a very small boy. Vedavyasa was not sure if Ganesha was the right person for the task. But still, he wanted to oblige and obey Lord Shiva's words, so he readily accepted. And Ganesha came to Vedavyasa and said, oh, Vedavyasa Muni, I will work with you on this task, but I have a condition. What condition is it? He said, well, you could, tell me, dictate me the story of Mahabharata. However, you should do it non-stop. You should not take a break even to take a breather. And Vedavyasa is a all-known, well-versed sage. He knew where this was going. So he said, well, I accept this condition. However, I have a condition for you. And Ganesha asked, well, what was that? Vedavyasa said, when I am dictating Mahabharata, you should understand the meaning of what I am saying and only then you could write it. Ganesha readily accepted that challenge. Well, both Vedavyasa and Ganesha went on to write Mahabharata, the story of Mahabharata, for 3 straight years. Can you believe that? 3 years. And the way Vedavyasa dictated it, he would just give a very difficult verse in between whenever he wanted to take a breather. And by the time Ganesha assimilates that information and puts it in writing, Vedavyasa would take a breather or drink some water. That's how when you see Mahabharata, there is no comma in the entire Mahabharata. and you would also see some very difficult verses every now and then, which is called Vedavyasa breaks. And that takes us to the story number 3. Well, 3 long years of writing, right? Ganesha kept writing continuously and his pen kept breaking continuously. Ganesha was frustrated at one point that his pen kept on breaking, and he had an idea. Ganesha's face is elephant face, right? And elephants have tusks, isn't it? So Ganesha took one of the tusks. He just broke one of his tusks and used it as a pen to write Mahabharata. That's why even now if you look at Ganesha's pictures or statue, you will see that one of his tusks is full but the other tusk is broken. Well, that is how he has a broken tusk. I hope you enjoyed all these 3 stories of Lord Ganesha. Well, today being Ganesh Chaturthi, I wanted to bring to you these 3 interesting stories about Lord Ganesha. I hope you will celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi with devotion and with the knowledge of these stories. Well, I want to tell you a very small shloka that you could also recite when your parents are doing the puja. Shall we check what it is? Well, it goes like this. Mushika Vahana, Motaka Hasta, Chamara Karna, Vilampita Shutra, Vamana Rupa, Maheshwara Putra, Vigna Vinayaka, Pada Namaste. It means Mushika Vahana. Mushika is mouse. One who has mouse as the vehicle Vahana. Motaka Hasta. Motak means the Kolkate, right? Motaka Hasta, one who has Motak in his hands. Chamara Karna. Chamara is fan, one who has ears as big as a fan. Vilampita Shutra, one who wears holy thread across his body. Vamana Rupa, one who is very small. Vamana, small. Maheshwara Putra. Maheshwara is Lord Shiva. Son of Lord Shiva is Maheshwara Putra. Vigna Vinayaka. Vigna is obstacle. Vinayaka is remover of obstacle. One who removes the obstacles. Pada Namaste. We bow down to your holy feet. Let's say that again. Mushika Vahana, Motaka Hasta, Chamara Karna, Vilampita Shutra, Vamana Rupa, Maheshwara Putra, Vigna Vinayaka, Pada Namaste. I hope you enjoyed learning that shloka. I hope you liked this episode today. If you do, please like, share and subscribe. Come back to the Little Story Station for another Ummachi series. Until next time, take care and be good. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi. Bye.